back to the when I'm low. Bars never close and we wide open. Kicking flavor with me, neighbor, yeah, we local. Rap the bottom, cause the bottom where we come from. Me no pray for little paper, need a lump sum. Real spiel, yeah, I would rather be, yeah, bro, real feel.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This week, we've got teams who went in opposite directions last week.
Thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone, and he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. On first down, Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of...
It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 57 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Ryan on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, The field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On second down, Ryan. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Third and long, it's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Time running out here on the play clock. Ryan. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Play action, Ryan. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This fielded at the 2. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 29. Well, if you haven't gotten enough football this Thanksgiving weekend, there's still more to come. Tonight,
yes,
you're pumped up. It's 2 of the most storied franchises in NFL history doing battle, the Packers and Steelers from Heinz. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 62 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. When halftime rolls around in just a bit, we'll send you to Orlando. You will hear the dulcet tones of Mr. Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report.
Does dulcet mean good?
Yeah, it's just something that broadcasters say. It's got to be good, right?
It's got to be
you
good.
Tell me.
Well, it's got to be good if Larry's doing it.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he slings one that's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second and 10 now. Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing again, Ryan. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. He's at the 50. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. How about the big snagging one. You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. From the gun, it's Manning. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to the early lead. Josh McCown with 2 first-half touchdown passes. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Oh, now he bowls him over. Gets through, and now an opening. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success.
Sorry, Larry. Your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
I used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 45 yards. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 4th down. Here's Ryan. Throwing left side, it's complete. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. To throw on 2nd down. Ryan. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. They run the counter now on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Throwing now is Manning. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 41 yards. On first down, Manning. Able to get away. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brooks Reed in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Shotgun now for Manning. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got them on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And the first carry here for Charles Sims. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Charles Sims, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Deep ball for Goodwin, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. Manning now to throw. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. And he puts it through. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vinny Curry in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those.
And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vic Beasley not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So 2nd and 10 here. They go play action with Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is knocked down from the side near the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. A fourth-quarter score from the Meadowlands. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Josh McCown, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This is taken at his 4. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches?
Yeah. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 39 that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys...